First one for Francis. Congratulations. After a performance like that, on social media, everybody is matchmaking you already. Saying, "Oh, we want to see him versus this guy or that guy." Who would you like to fight? Is there a specific name on your list now?
D'abord, félicitations pour ton combat ce soir.
Thank you.
Sur les réseaux sociaux, on parle de toi et donc les gens essaient de te matcher contre d'autres personnes. Qui est-ce que tu aimerais affronter après une performance comme celle de ce soir?
You know, I know just here for the super fight. I have some goal, and my goal is not only one fight. My goal is the belt, the throne, and everyone they give me to fight, I get to fight it because maybe I'm supposed to fight all of them. I am here for a long time. I'm not here just for 2 days or 1 week. Thank you.
And for Valentina, since you just came in, congratulations. Did everything go about according to plan tonight? Is this the fight that you envisioned? Did Holly throw you any curveballs, or were you pretty much ready for everything that you saw out there tonight?
I was preparing for everything. I was waiting different kind of the fight, and I'm so happy and very glad that I won this fight because I had a very hard preparation for this fight, and I want to say thank you to all my gyms that I was preparing. It's Gracie Bar Draculino, it's Houston Muay Thai at Rafid, of course my gym Tiger Muay Thai in Thailand, and gyms in Peru, it's Sniper and Peru Fight Academy. So I was waiting everything, and I didn't expect like easy fight or something because Holly, she's a great striker, and I put all my heart to win this fight, and the most important was I'm feeling like in the octagon like at home.
And of course, you would like a rematch with Amanda, but do you think you'll get it? Do you think in your mind that that's the next fight for you, or do you think that fight was only 4 months away? Maybe I need to do something else, or do you think that you're next in line? You just beat Holly Holm. That's your fight now.
This is what I want. This is what I want so much. And this fight with Amanda that I had before, it was she won not because she was like more stronger than me. I think that because I gave her opportunity to win this fight. And next fight, I know exactly that I will do much better, and I know that for nobody else, I will not give not one opportunity for the victory.
Valentina, I had a question for you as well. Hi, nice to see you. Congratulations. It was a great fight from both of you. Two of the most impressive things I thought about your performance was your distance management, dealing with her charging in and countering and being in range when you wanted to be, and also your takedowns. You took her down, I mean, probably more than anyone else has. I counted 3. Were both of those things, managing distance and takedowns, a big part of what you thought you'd need to do well in the fight going in?
We was preparing for this fight with my coach, Pavel Fedotov, and he gave me he said about every kind of problems, if I can say like this, that I could have on the fight. So I had in my mind every techniques that I should use against the techniques that will use Holly. I was preparing, how I said, for every moment, and of course Pavel, he the most important thing that when we was preparing for the fight, we looked of fights of Holly and modificate every situation that she work, and I did everything that I know. How I said before, I'm in martial arts since 5 years old. Already more than 20 years. It's my martial arts. It's not only for me like sport or something like this. It's my life. It's everything for me. So I'm very happy for this victory.
One last question for you, and thank you for that. We talked a little bit before, and I asked you to talk about what seemed like a really difficult situation, to say the least, which is your coach, and you being involved in that gunfight. Right as you're entering into camp, you were very focused. You didn't talk much about it. But now looking back, I mean, How much of a challenge was that for you? Was that the most difficult training camp that you ever been in just because of that, to have to navigate and have those changes and the extra stress?
It was a very different camp that I had during all my life. And of course, in the middle of my training camp, it's happened ever since that. And how I said, this 1 week, 10 days, I could not do nothing. I could not think about fight, and I was without trainings. But when I did first, I knew that I should go forward, and I had not like, maybe we will cancel the fight or something like this. No, Pavel, after 2 days when he was in the hospital, he said, no, you should take this fight and prepare. It doesn't matter what happened. So I knew that I will prepare. And when I did my first step to the training, I was feeling me better and better. And I just throw out every thought that I had in this moment, and I focused to the fight, and I was like, I don't care nothing. I just want this victory, and I will do everything. And thanks so much to all my team that I had with me, and I have, and I'm feeling great right now.
Felice, you've talked about wanting to fight in Chicago for a while. And when this card was announced, you were very vocal about wanting to fight in Chicago. Was it everything that you thought it would be? Could you hear the crowd supporting you when you were going for the rear naked choke?
I was pretty focused on this fight, but I did feed off the crowd's energy a lot. I could tell that I had a lot of, people backing me and supporting me here. And like I've said before, I grew up in Chicago. This is where I've been my whole life. And, back when I started fighting when I was 18, I fought on all the local, kickboxing shows. And so it's nice as my career has evolved to be able to fight here again, because a lot of people have supported me, for quite some time. And, my friends and my family, my parents have never been to one of my UFC fights. They've never, ever been to a fight outside of Chicago. So I was just really happy that, people closest to me could be here for it.
And you talked a little bit in the cage afterwards about the incredible journey you've been on between your last fight and this fight, and you took a lot of time off in the cage. What's your plan going forward? Do you want to get back in quickly?
I don't really have a plan. I haven't really thought about it. I really want to enjoy this win, but now that I'm back to normal, back to myself, people don't realize that my last fight was the first time I ever had felt like after like the first minute and a half, my body just went numb. I didn't know what was happening, and so I had a bunch of lab work done and medical tests done, and my body just has been so burnt out from all the years that I've been fighting, and now so I took a few steps back. That's why I took the time off, and I was always training, but I was working on all the things that I maybe had been stubborn to do before, and I worked on getting my anxiety under control, which was a huge factor. And this was the first time in the fight where I felt relaxed, and I felt like I did everything in the fight that I know I'm capable of, and things that I do in the gym. So we'll see what's next. I don't really know.
Eddie, I know you had some soul searching after the broken jaw. You weren't sure if you were going to come back or not. After 14 months, you came back. It didn't go the way you wanted it to go a year ago. Now it's been another year, but everything worked out pretty well tonight. Can you talk a little bit about what this does for you going forward? I mean, was this what you needed to be sure that you wanted to stay in this thing?
Yeah. First off, hi, Matt.
What's up?
Haven't talked to you in a while. I broke the jaw, and I wasn't sure I wanted to come back. The only reason I continued fighting was because of my 2-year-old son. Just to prove a point to him that you get knocked down, you keep moving forward, get up and keep moving. This win tonight, it's exactly what I needed. I questioned myself quite a bit throughout this training camp of, do I want to keep doing this? Is this really what I want to keep doing? And, not that I don't love fighting, but I'm getting just the bumps and the bruises, and I don't heal like a 22-year-old boy anymore. I'm a 32-year-old man, and I got aches and pains all day, every day. And to get in there and realize that just because I'm a 32-year-old man, I still got it.
What does the $50,000 do for you as well? Because I mean, the time off that you've had, that's time off that you're not earning money.
Yeah, absolutely. It's my biggest goal is to pay my house off so my wife doesn't have to continue to work. I actually have to be to work tomorrow morning at 7 a.m., so I'll be going home and going to work tomorrow morning. But I would like it so that my wife didn't have to work, and if I could pay the house down low enough, refinance, and she doesn't have to go back to work.
And then saw you kind of limping onto the stage. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah,
What's the deal?
his leg kicks were real heavy. I didn't expect him to be that heavy. I knew he threw quite a bit of kicks, but he was throwing for my lead leg, and I'd step back, and one got through on my right knee, and about gave out. I mean, I felt it get a little weak, but bit down on the mouthpiece and kept coming forward.
And one more. How did you feel going into the third round? I mean, were the guys telling you they thought you were up 2 rounds? What did you think it was at?
No, Keith said he thought it was 1-1. Said it was a close fight. Winner of this round takes it. You know, I felt great. My conditioning was awesome. My conditioning was on point. I felt like I wasn't even breathing heavy. You know, everything in the fight felt good. You know, I was patient, took my time, kind of stalked him down, and then the first time I knocked him down, he wasn't ready yet. The second time I hit him, I felt him go limp, and that was time to pounce.
Sure. If I could go to Holly real quick. Obviously, not the result you were looking for tonight. What do you do from here? I mean, is there a step back and reevaluate process, or do you just want to get back in there right away and get back to what you were doing a year ago?
Yeah, just get back in there and go forward. I know I'm capable of more. I think I just need to believe in myself a little more. I know, like I said, I know I can do more than what I performed with tonight. Valentina is really tough. We know that. We knew that everything, you know, counter-punching, clinch, trips, all that. It's not like I haven't been taught the right things. It's just, it all comes down to my performance, and it wasn't great tonight.
Do you think this at all speaks to the state of how strong your division is? Because until you beat Ronda, everybody was saying this is a one-woman show. But now we're seeing that there was one star that was there a year ago, but now there are many superstars that are there right there with her.
I've never in my career, whether it be boxing, MMA, ever felt like I'm at the top, because I always know there's somebody else that's aspiring to be the best. And just as when I first came into MMA, I thought, you know what, I want to have titles in both. I had drive behind me. I still do. So I never look at a division and think, you know, I made it to the top and I'm just going to stay there. I know there's always somebody hungry. There's always people that are coming, getting better. That's why people love to watch fighting. You never know what's going to happen. It's really unpredictable. I know there's competitive girls in this sport. I know there's always somebody coming in. The top 5 are not the same top 5 they were. And I feel like, especially this being, you know, the first women's division in the UFC, that everybody looks at that and thinks, I want to fight there, and so they work hard. And I feel like it's created a lot of competition in our weight class, which is good. I want to feel like I'm up against the best, and I know that these girls are tough. That's what makes a win great. A loss devastating, but...
Go ahead.
Valentina, ¿cuánto influyó en la preparación para esta pelea tu hermana Antonina? Porque como Holly Holm, ella también es zurda y es un poco más alta que tú.
Antonina me ayudó mucho. Sí, dijiste correcto, como es zurda y puede imitar todas las técnicas de Holly, entonces estaba siempre ayudándome con la técnica, y también ella estaba preparando para su pelea de Muay Thai, entonces ella estaba trabajando conmigo, y no solo gracias a hermana Antonina, también gracias a todos los chicos que estaban ayudándome, todos mis sparring partners, porque cada uno de ellos estaban trabajando mismo trabajo, entonces le pusieron tarea de imitar las posibles técnicas que voy a enfrentar en la pelea, entonces ellos todos trabajaron para ayudarme para salir como la ganadora de este pelea. Y yo de verdad agradezco mucho a cada uno de ellos, y como anteriormente mencioné, a todos los gimnasios donde estuve preparando. Entonces yo creo que es resultado de gran dedicación y trabajo que hemos hecho todos juntos. Y ahora solamente decir como ya relajar un poco, tomar unos días de descanso y a seguir adelante.
Ahora, tú llegas a la pelea por abajo del peso acordado. Hiciste 133 libras, si no me equivoco. Las primeras proyecciones, sobre todo en los primeros asaltos, la tumbaste fácilmente, pero se recuperó, se paró rápido y te puso contra la reja. ¿Sentiste ahí la diferencia de peso?
En mi categoría, como yo siempre estaba peleando con las rivales más altas que yo y un poco más pesadas que yo, entonces yo ya acostumbré de tener todos estos tipos de enfrentamiento. Y una vez nuestros rivales pueden recuperar, otras veces ya no recuperan. Entonces yo creo que más no es depende de diferencia de peso, pero también diferencia de peso estaba bastante grande y pero yo me siento muy bien y fuerte para esta división de peso y no me siento totalmente como algo como desventaja mi peso.
Buenas noches.
Hold on, we're going to go right here first.
Edson, queria que você analisasse a tua performance, especialmente os chutes, que eu acho que contribuíram muito para a tua vitória. E queria saber também se você acha se você sente que você mudou de patamar depois dessas duas vitórias, talvez as mais expressivas ou contra adversários mais experimentados.
Não assisti a luta ainda, né? Eu tô chegando no quarto agora, vou fazer isso para conseguir assistir ela. Acho que foi boa, cara. Acho que foi boa. Pelo menos sair vencedor da luta. Graças a Deus eu consegui fazer um bom trabalho. E sem dúvida nenhuma, cara, essas duas vitórias me colocam entre os melhores da categoria. Ele já lutou pelo cinturão, o Pérez também era o campeão, então, sem dúvida nenhuma, me coloca ali no topo entre os melhores da categoria essa vitória.
Question was if Edson thinks his leg kicks are a real factor in the fight, and if he thinks he's come up a level in his fighting now. And he says, well, he hasn't watched the fight yet, but yes, he thinks he has, since he just beat a former champion in Pettis and another former champion in Melendez. So he thinks he's really stepping up and improving.
I'm going to take a couple more. Go ahead.
Valentina, ahora con respecto a tu futuro, ¿qué podemos esperar?
Hold on one sec, Valentina. Mary, would you translate that, please?
What can we expect for the future for you?
Solamente adelante, no me paro por nada y mi meta siempre era ser campeona de Bantamweight Division y esto sería mis planes. Espero tener la revancha contra Amanda Nunes y entonces lo voy a dar todo lo mejor por este vez y yo sé perfectamente que voy a prepararme muy bien y esto lo prometo que siempre en todas mis peleas lo pongo mi corazón en el octágono.
I'm going to keep moving forward. I want that bantamweight championship. I want to fight against Amanda Nunes. I'm going to keep pushing forward, and as everyone knows, I fight with my heart.
Thank you. Go ahead.
My first one is for Felice. Felice, we spoke with you right before the fight about different, so to say, superstitions and why your nails colored in rainbow. I'm not sure if you heard, but right where you were getting into Octagon, the thunderstorm was going on. So everybody knows that under thunderstorm there's a rainbow coming out. Have you noticed it, and did you take it as superstition?
Oh, wait, I missed the last part about the rainbow. What?
Right when you were entering the octagon, the thunder was going on.
Oh, I actually didn't notice the thunder. But last week there was a double rainbow in Chicago. I always look for signs. I try not to be too superstitious. Like usually I get my hands, when I get my hands wrapped, I ask the commission to put a smiley face on it. And this time I didn't do that because I don't want to be so in my head anymore with superstitions or with, I think superstitions for me is what has caused a lot of anxiety. Because I feel like, I have to do this a certain way, and if it doesn't go right like this, then I'm in my own mind. So this time I was like, I really want a smiley face on my hand wraps, but I'm not going to ask for one. And I didn't, so now I don't have to worry that oh, smiley face on my hand wraps, or, good luck or not good luck. And rainbows, I just love rainbows. I've always loved rainbows. I figured, I don't really know what color I'm going to be wearing in the with the new Reebok deal, so I'll just wear them all.
Congratulations. My next one is for Holly. I'm sorry, it's a heartbreaking loss for you. We can see that. But it seemed to me that you were a bit hesitant in the octagon. Do you have an explanation why you were hesitant throughout the fight?
Well, she's a counterpuncher, and I was respecting that a little too much rather than just doing what I do best. And I just need to believe in my own abilities a little more and just go forward. And that's really, I think, the biggest thing, because I know I'm capable of more than I showed tonight.
Well, you spoke about how you hate losses. There's another one tonight, but from every loss you can learn your lessons. What do you take from tonight's fight?
I need to go forward. I need to dig deep, and I need to just get in there and go hard. I need to have maybe more of that drive when I think sometimes before I actually learned technique, I just had grit. I know I still have that. Maybe just need to, like I said, I just need to believe in my ability. I know that I'm capable of more.
And my last one, Valentina, congratulations on your win tonight. When we spoke with you as well, you talk how your last opponent in Legacy MMA backed up. How happy are you to be in UFC and have so many girls to fight with? And how often you get in fights since you started fighting in December?
It's very tough division, bantamweight, and every girl is very strong. And every time, every moment on my training, I push me to the limit. I try to find the better technique for me. I never stop in one position, and I try to move forward every time. It's my third fight in UFC since December, and I hope that. I know I will do everything that I can do, because, like I said, martial arts is, for me, it's not only my job or sport. Martial arts is my life, and I do it more than 20 years. I very love this style of life, and I'm very happy that my team, it's every time by me, my coach Pavel, my sister Antonina, my managers Roger Allen and Pedro Caballero. So it's make me stronger every time when I feel all this help, all this good vibes that they send me, and I know they believe in me, and I cannot do nothing bad.
And the last one for you, before coming to Chicago, have you at all expected how much support you're going to have in the city? And even though there were a lot of support for Holly in the audience today, there were pretty loud sounds that people supported you as well.
In Chicago, it was very great city for me. It's very beautiful city, very beautiful lake, and I met with a lot of I can say brothers from my home country, Kyrgyzstan. They received me very warm, and of course, when I try don't think about this before the fight, but because the main it's the victory, and all my focus go to the result of the fight. If I start to think about what happened around, I will lose my focus on the fight. So it's never go in my mind before the fight. I try to put me in only on to the one way, how I can to win.
We're going to do three more. We'll go Brett, Jeff, and then the gentleman there in the second row. I know he had a question. Go ahead, Brett.
I have two questions for Holly. Holly, you've mentioned twice now that maybe you should just believe in yourself more, and is that something that's you've kind of always struggled with throughout your entire athletic career, or is that new to this sport still because you're still learning on the fly? Which one of those is it?
I believe in myself, but I think that I need to believe in what I've learned, even just as of recent, and just not be so hesitant at everything that's coming at me. I think in my last fight, I was hesitant, thinking, okay, well, I'm fighting a wrestler. I need to watch out for the takedowns. Well, guess what? I've learned a lot, and I know a lot in these areas as well. And I just need to believe in what I've learned, even as of recent, even this year. So I do believe in myself. I always believe in myself. Otherwise, I wouldn't even get in there. I believe I can do it. I think I just need to know that I'm learning and I need to perform with it because it's there. The tools are there. I've been taught the right things.
And I know that these decisions aren't made on fight night, but even though you are coming off of 2 losses, you're still a big name. You have big fights out there. You know, Misha, you have a rematch with her. You have a rematch with Ronda potentially. You know, the Chris idea has been floated around with Cyborg. I mean, what do you want next in terms of your next fight?
Coming off of 2 losses, I've never even been in this position before. And I personally feel, I've had some wins, but I don't really feel like I'm in a place to choose. I think I need to just take what opportunities they'll give me.
Holly over here around the podium here. Specific to the fight, you've mentioned now twice some hesitancy has come up in 2 of your answers. Specific to the fight, the 5th round, going into it, did your corner go into that round thinking you had to have a finish? And did you change anything to accomplish that, or did you not change anything in that going into that 5th round?
I knew I needed to win the round. I don't know exactly how the scorecards were going. I felt like I had round 1, round 2 was close. Obviously, round 3, she's on top of me. 4 and 5, I think we're a little more competitive. So obviously, I knew that it wasn't something that it wasn't a fight that I was just dominating. I knew that. And so, yes, I felt like I needed to take round 5. But I even hate being in that position. I should have been doing more from the get-go.
So you were in a mindset of take the round, but not necessarily all out for a finish.
I always want the finish, but I don't want to be just gunning for a finish and then get caught with something stupid myself. But I think that's where I need to have just believed in, just go forward because I'm capable of everything, and just go forward with what I had been taught and what we had done in training camp for this fight.
And twice in the fight, once in the 1st round, she took you down. You showed off some strength, just kind of getting out of it real quickly. Again, in the 3rd round, initially, she took you down. You got back up. But the 3rd time she took you down in that 3rd round, and she had you on your back the rest of that round and caught you with some elbows. Was that sort of a pivotal moment in this fight when you weren't able to get out of that takedown and she was able to open up the cut over your eye?
I think that's one of the moments in the fight that actually makes me really angry with myself, that I shouldn't have been, I should have been working more to get out of there. Obviously, she had a good position and she's very strong there, but I should have been working more to create space to get up. And that is one of the moments in the fight where I didn't do well. It was definitely a time when I was not performing and not even trying hard enough. I should have been trying harder.
And Valentina, follow up to what I just asked Holly. Going into the 5th round, were you thinking she had to have a finish so you could just kind of wait back a little bit, or did you? What were you thinking going into the 5th and final round? Did you think you had the scorecards already?
No, I don't believe in nothing till the fight is over. I just want every time to do everything better way, and if I can win the rest, I try to do it. And more, I heard like voices of my sister, of my coach, that go forward, don't stand, go forward. So I knew that last minutes of the fight, I need to push myself to push forward. And every time it's better to finish the fight with your priority. It's possible to say like this.
Go ahead, last one.
Hola Valentina, primero felicitarte y segundo contarte que Amanda ya te respondió vía Twitter y dice que cree que te falta un poco más y que primero deberías enfrentar a Juliana Peña. ¿Qué podrías decirle? Y bueno, y un saludo a todos los peruanos que te han estado siguiendo mucho en redes sociales.
Mary, go ahead.
First of all, congratulations, and I want to let you know that Amanda already responded to your victory via Twitter. She said that you still, there's a little bit more that they need out of you, and that she thinks that you should fight Juliana Peña first.
Solo tiene miedo. Pero de mi parte estoy dispuesta de pelear con cualquiera. No me importa si ya vengan lo que vengan, yo voy a pelear con ellos. Pero yo creo que solo tiene miedo porque 5 rounds sería la pelea. Para mí está totalmente bien 5 rounds. Yo me siento totalmente bien con este.
She's definitely scared. I'm ready for 5 rounds for sure. I will take whoever I need to fight next, but I think she's definitely scared.
All right, everybody. Thank you to the United Center for another great night of fights. We'll see you next week at UFC 201 in Atlanta.